Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Massive Late Fee presents Beverly Hills 90210 with Mark and Carol / episode number underscore starring Brandon Walsh. Hi, I'm Mark. With me, as always, is my girlfriend, Carol. How you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
So, we watched another episode of Beverly Hills 90210, Carol.
Yes, we did, Mark.
I guess I should look at you. So, why don't you take us through the plot of this episode of BH 90210?
Okay, so this episode was actually fairly distributed between the twins, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Even though Brenda definitely felt like she was getting less attention this episode.
It's like if they were Siamese twins, it was a straight cut.
Okay.
Right down the head, you know?
Sure. That's gross.
They each share a lobe of brain.
Ew. So the episode starts out with Brandon deciding to run for class president.
Yeah, Andrea asks him to do it.
Which I guess is because she's trying to fulfill her own, like, fantasies and live vicariously through him.
Absolutely.
So he agrees to do that, and then Kelly and Donna are coming over to go out with Brenda, and they are both hanging all over him.
It's like he said he was going to run for office and then just poured, like, love potion number 9 all over himself or something. It's like Spanish fly is in the air. I don't know what other kind of aphrodisiac you want. Politicians really get teenage girls going, huh?
Apparently. At least high school politicians.
I guess.
But yeah, Donna is all like flirting with him, which she's never done before.
A little bit. Very little. She
kissed him on the cheek and gave him that look.
Oh, Donna. Yeah. I'm thinking of Kelly. No, you're correct. Donna has never flirted with him before.
So, and then Kelly's always flirting with him.
Yeah.
So they...
Yeah, Kelly, or Donna, sorry to interrupt you again.
No, you're okay.
That's what the show's all about. Me interrupting you. You trying to tell a story and me interrupting you constantly.
This is true.
But Donna gave him a look. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever seen any human being look at another human being that way before.
Wow.
She looked at him like she was in the desert and he was a piece of chocolate cake.
See, now, if one is in the desert, I think water would be more tempting than chocolate cake.
Girls like chocolate, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
What about an anorexic looking at a piece of chocolate cake?
She can throw it up.
Ew, that's bulimic.
Bulimia nervosa.
Anyways, the girls go out to...
Come for the meal. Stay for the toilet. Bulimia nervosa. It's a trendy new restaurant in California.
Seriously, what is wrong with you? Seriously.
Come on.
No.
No? You're not going to Bulimia nervosa, new restaurant?
No.
All right.
The girls go out to a new coffee house / like, I don't know, performance place. I don't know what to
Fall out.
I don't know what to call this, but they have like open mic nights and stuff.
People are doing it's like a poetry slam, like from the 50s or the 60s, but it's not poetry. It's a weird cross between stand-up and like exhibitionism, I guess. Just kind of like reading an essay, so like reading a short story or something like that. It's a weird cross between that, except for the one hack comedian that they have that comes up there. That's clearly like he came directly from 1985 and just, he's doing hacky jokes.
Wasn't that Jack, the owner dude or whatever?
Jack who? Jack.
Well, okay. I thought that was the guy's name that was friends with the waitress and, comes to see Brenda later. I think maybe his name was
Jack, sure, yeah.
Isn't he the comedian?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think he owns the place.
No, because
think so.
it seemed like she was asked. Oh no, she wasn't. I thought she was going to ask him for time off, but that's not what she asked him for. Never mind, people.
She has to get him off.
Oh, why is your head in the gutter?
Why is yours in the chastity belt?
Oh, yuck! Like gag me with a spoon.
Right. There you go.
Anyway,
Your head's in the valley.
it is. I'm in California with 90210. Thank you very much.
Right. But you're talking like it too.
And the comedian at this club.
I could be Nicolas Cage. He was in that movie Valley Girl. All right.
That's not a bad Nicolas
Let's talk
Cage.
90210.
So, comedian is performing.
Now I'll go into Keanu Reeves.
Oh my god, I'm gonna hurt
I
you in a
don't
minute.
know you, dude. I'm not here for you.
I'm not here at all, apparently.
That was from Speed.
Okay.
Being There? Remember that movie?
No.
All right, good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely positive.
I think that we've got more stuff to put on your demo tape now.
Okay.
Your impressions.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The comedian.
The weirdest thing about this episode.
All right, you tell them about the episode.
The comedian did what?
Starts heckling Kelly from the stage. And it's kind of like Kelly is such a princess. Like she wants to
Yeah. She wants to what?
Now he's like doing obscene
What?
things with his tongue. Stop it.
How's that obscene?
You know why.
I had a bit of food on both every part of my top and bottom lip. I had a very messy popsicle.
The comedian's very mean to Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
He's like saying that she's like too into clothes and makeup and way too much makeup. Yeah. Totally rude. So
I don't think she was wearing too much makeup to you.
No. But she's such a princess. She just wants to get up and walk out.
Right.
And instead, Brenda starts like heckling him back. And she really like holds her own against him, which was impressive.
Yeah.
So because she has like apparently no sense of identity, she gloms onto that and decides that she now wants to be a stand-up comedian too.
Well, she's also upset because Brandon is running for office and everyone cares about him and what he's doing and no one cares about her or what she's doing. She tries to have a conversation with her mom and her mom she's kind of listening, but she's also like not listening at the same time.
Yeah.
Like she's answering appropriately, but she's not thinking about why she's bringing this stuff up. She's not, she's not connecting it to the stuff that's actually going on in her household. And then she says to her mom, do you ever feel like a disconnected phone or something? What did she say?
Yeah, like a phone call that's been disconnected.
Yeah, like a phone call that's been disconnected.
And yeah, her mom's like, oh, yeah, you feel that way because you're a teenager, basically.
Sterling writing from the writers there. Good job, boys.
And, Brenda was like crying before her mom walked in the room and they were having this conversation. And her mom like does not acknowledge it at all. It's very, very bad.
There, especially in this episode, both the parents have their heads so far up Brandon's ass. It's disgusting.
Oh, no, please share with them what you said during this episode.
Well, the dad was talking about something like, hey, get those buttons for when she's talking to Brenda. Get those buttons down here. And she's like, oh, yeah, she brings them in. And he's like, oh, I like these posters and, let's put like whatever. And he's talking about like how great it is. Brandon's feet are on the ground and like all this stuff. And I said, why don't you suck his dick a little more? Yeah.
That was just fantastic.
Well, I mean, I guess it's gross because it's his dad.
Yeah, it is.
But in real life, it's not his dad. They're just two
either
actors.
way. Ew.
Oh, wow. Homophobia. Okay.
The guy's like 50 and Brandon's like 18.
Yeah. You don't think that guy could
Please
pull
stop. Please
a hard-bodied
Oh my
teenager.
God. No more.
If he was a gay man trolling,
Stop.
he absolutely could.
Stop.
That guy's got a distinguished look. says, "Call me Daddy. Daddy Walsh."
What the hell?
The only reason I do this show is I don't care about you people. No, I do. But the only reason I do this show is to see the look on your face every time I say something.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
They can't see the look on my face.
Maybe we should start. We could buy a camcorder. Maybe we should start filming it.
No.
No?
No.
No?
I don't want to have to worry that much about what I look like.
Never filmed
Thank you.
it.
So Brenda makes friends with the waitress at this club, and this club actually doesn't this look like somewhere you'd want to hang out? I mean,
Kind of, yeah. There are places in Royal Oak that are kind of like this.
yeah.
You know, that for those of you that don't know, for those of you that live far from the madding crowd, by that I mean us, there's a city, kind of an artsy city, I would say. That's probably its personality. Every
Sure.
city has a little personality. There's a artsy city called Royal Oak that we don't live super far from. You know, it's not a bad drive to get there. And they have a lot of these trendy kind of up and coming places.
Yeah. But it's set up like with living room furniture and a stage kind of like in the middle of things. And
everyone's drinking coffee.
Everybody's smoking and drinking coffee.
It's the weirdest thing because I guess in the 50s it was like malts. Like every fucking teenager wanted a malt for some reason. And now that it's the 90s, every teenager wants a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Is it a rebellious thing, do you think? Because it's like we're not supposed to drink coffee. You think that's
But
why?
we are supposed to drink coffee. I'm supposed to drink coffee. I don't know about you.
Well, because it's a vasodilator. Or vasodilator. But why, but I mean, aren't you supposed to can't it stunt your growth and stuff like that? If you drink it when you're too young?
Yeah,
Too
when
much
you're
caffeine?
too young, those aren't young kids. Those are like 16 and up. They're old enough for coffee.
Oh, okay, I thought you had to be 18 or whatever. I don't like coffee that much, so I drink it occasionally. But if I go to one of those places, I get a hot chocolate, and I don't give a fuck what people think.
Yeah, pussy. Wow. No, my favorite coffee is a cappuccino with a double shot of espresso and a shot of raspberry with whipped cream.
Okay,
It's so good.
well there you go.
So y'all should go out and try that. Just saying.
Yeah, have fun, and then get to sleep.
So because
Why don't you like housekeeping in a hotel? Why don't you go to everyone's house and put a vial of crack and a pot of black coffee on their pillow too? Here you go, nighty night.
hey, I have been drinking coffee since I was 9 because of my asthma, so I need the extra caffeine
Gross.
to get the jolt.
Growth suppressants.
Well, yeah, I am only 4'11", so
It's fine though.
yeah, you think I'm sexy.
I'm
That's all
9
that
feet
matters.
tall, so
So Brenda is, like we said, feeling just like in Brandon's shadow and like she doesn't matter. And she decides she wants to drop out of school because she wants to hang out with these artsy people at the coffee shop where they're talking about politics and philosophy and things that matter.
well, that's what this girl did. The girl that she's
Yeah.
glommed
the
onto
waitress.
is she left home and decided that I think she said her sister or cousin. I think her cousin was driving across the country.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm going with you. And she got in the car and, that was it. And yeah, Brenda wants to get her high school equivalency,
Yep. GED.
the good enough diploma, which, as you pointed out, apparently laws differ from state to state. Apparently we can't do that like they can.
No, yeah, in Michigan you have to your class has to have graduated, whatever class you would have been in before you're able to take that test.
Or you have to be 18, right?
Or you have to be 18.
And apparently, I guess in California it's different, or they're just making it up. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? This was also years ago,
Yeah, it was
so
about
it could have
5 years ago.
changed.
About 5 years ago.
But I mean, I did look into it before just out of curiosity, and that's what I was told. So,
Okay.
so her parents, of course, say no.
Yeah.
And then the waitress is talking about going out of town. She says she has a family emergency.
Gotta go see her parents.
She asks the comedian, I believe his name is Jake or Jack, to house sit, and he says no. But Brenda offers to.
Yeah, I'll let a 16-year-old house sit for you.
And apparently her parents decide this is the lesser of two evils and allow her to do this.
She prefaces it by saying, I'm leaving.
I'm moving out,
yeah.
As she's packing her things.
Which is like, if she was my daughter, no.
No.
Not happening.
Yeah, she's a little nuts right now.
If she was my sister, because that's more age appropriate, like if I was Brandon, I'd be like, you're not leaving? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I think he did tell her she was being stupid, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's all he said. You're being stupid. Now let me go back and get my picture taken 1,000 times for this fucking campaign.
Yeah, because, yeah, Kelly and Andrea both want to manage Brandon's campaign.
Yes.
Now, like you said, it was Andrea's idea for him to do this, and she was going to manage his campaign. And she's, like, really upset because Kelly wants to, too, and he says she can.
Right.
That they both can.
There's room enough for both of you in my bed. I mean, in this campaign.
Right.
Brandon says.
And eventually, Andrea gets so upset she leaves because Kelly just is trying to, like, sexualize him to win the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Because she wants to sleep with him. It's like, if I were him, I'd be a little insulted because she's kind of acting like his looks are all that matter.
Well, yeah, they don't talk about issues at all at any point. All of the video, anytime he's going up and shaking somebody's hands, it's like, hey, you're going to vote for me, right? And the video is all about Brand, the man. He'll get it done. And it's like, they don't say what it is.
Yeah.
And then his first idea, just to skip ahead a little bit, when they get to the debate, his first freaking idea is, I'm going to have rock bands at lunch every day. Like that's a sustainable idea, for one. And two, you're at lunch, who can't, like... Okay, I get to see 50 minutes of, like, a freaking concert. Like, that's not an experience.
50 minutes of a concert?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be too disruptive to the eating experience, in my opinion.
What?
Okay, so what's your favorite band right now? 1995's hottest band.
Probably Offspring.
Okay. So if the Offspring came to our school every day and performed at lunch, you'd be cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, like, that's...
Because I want to eat and talk. I want to hear a fucking loud-ass concert.
You can eat and watch somebody perform at the same time.
Yeah, you can, but that's not conducive to good digestion or...
Okay, Grandpa.
Or conversation or anything. Everybody's all Twitter-pated.
Well, if they came every day, I guess you wouldn't be Twitter-pated anymore.
No, but I mean, I assume he means he'd switch it up every day. But here's the other thing, too. He can't be talking about famous bands.
No, I'm sure.
He's got to be talking about just, some local scum band.
Yeah, a garage band.
And it's like, I don't want to hear them.
Yeah, it's not a great idea. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I don't think that it's as terrible as you think. But it is unsustainable. But it's not his first idea. His first idea before the debate is to get the high school cafeteria to donate the leftovers to the homeless.
Yeah, the stuff as he puts it, the food they're going to throw out. So it sounds like give our garbage to the homeless people.
I don't think that's what he meant.
I don't know a ton about charitable giving or anything like that, but I also don't think it's as easy as all that. Because the food that they're serving in the cafeteria is perishable. You have to get it to the homeless very quickly, and there's a lot of money involved in that. You have to have trucks, you have to have ways to store it, refrigeration if possible. You have to be able to take it to certain centers. You got to pay people to drive those trucks. They need insurance. The trucks need insurance. There's a lot of costs associated with that. That's why I've heard them say many times, the best thing you can do for charity is donate money. Yeah. That's what they need more than anything else, because anything that they try to implement, there was a report that I saw one time where they were talking about why don't farmers, just because farmers throw away a lot of food, farmers throw away a lot of stuff that they grow because it doesn't look pretty enough or whatever to make it into the supermarkets, even though it's perfectly fine to eat. It's perfectly good. It just doesn't look great.
Okay.
And they end up throwing it away. And it just ends up rotting in the ground until it decomposes and, then becomes part of the soil. But, the reporter was like, why don't you donate this stuff to the homeless? And they were like, oh, yeah, we looked into that before, but it's, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do that. And it's like, it's a nightmare to, try to get that. That's the biggest problem. We have enough food to feed everybody in the country. That's not the problem. The problem is getting it from one place to another place.
Yeah. Well, I volunteered in a soup kitchen before. And, saying that they're going to give the stuff that they were going to throw away isn't far from the truth. I mean, the food that they get is not good. Like, there's moldy bread and vegetables that are rotting. And, yeah, I mean, they're getting the stuff that people can't sell.
Right. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's sad.
So donate money to a place, and then that's the easiest thing for them to do is just buy food for them. To be honest,
Kroger gives away their baked goods.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, okay. The day old stuff.
I think Farmer Jack might do the same.
Farmer Jack.
I think Farmer Jack might do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, they give away their day old baked goods to be sold for fundraisers and stuff at school.
Yeah,
they should be giving it to a soup kitchen instead.
Yeah, I agree.
Make more sense.
I agree. For those of you that live on the East Coast and have Queen's Supers, and I don't know what they have in the West Coast, A&P or whatever.
I don't know.
But those are grocery stores near us, near the Midwest. I believe Farmer Jack is mostly just us and maybe Ohio, Indiana,
Foodland,
Illinois. Yeah, Foodland is, I think, the same way. Kroger is probably national, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how far west they go. But anyway.
Yeah, back to the point. So Brenda is gone to house sit for this girl.
Yeah.
Kelly is making this video for Brandon.
Well, she bribes David Silver into making the video, even though he's moderating the debate and views it as a conflict of interest. But she's like, oh, I was hoping that, we could go on a date at the victory party or whatever.
Yeah, she's she's acting like a giant hoe bag.
Oh, for sure.
It's really pissing me off. Because she's all over Brandon and all over David. And David, and no offense, he looks like a little puppy. Nobody wants to fuck him.
No.
You don't fuck the little puppy.
No. So you guys out there, if you look like a little puppy, you're not getting laid.
I mean, maybe, when he gets older, when he's in college, he's nice looking, but not yet. He needs to hold off for a while.
Part of it is the attitude, too, though.
Yeah.
Part of it is, and I mean, obviously, no offense to, I can't even remember Brian Austin Green?
Yeah.
The name of the guy that plays the character? No offense to him. Obviously, this character is written in this way specifically.
Right.
But, yeah, part of it's the personality of the character.
Yeah.
That's the puppy dog thing. So, guys, you don't, here's the thing. Here's a little dating advice from Mark of Massive Late Fee.
So you can get hot chicks like me.
Right. Now, listen, guys. You don't, there's a fine line between being a total wussbag and being a complete prick. And a lot of guys will tell you, hey, you want to be an asshole to your lady. You want to, you want to negatively compliment her and tell her that, I love the confidence that you have that you can go out with your hair just looking like that, and things like that. That doesn't work. That's called being a complete douchebag. And you'll only get a very certain, very low self-esteem type of woman, and you'll not have a good relationship. So what you need to do is you need to just be confident. You don't want to go all the way and be a complete douchebag, but you don't want to be a complete wuss either. You want a happy medium. Now, everyone's medium's a little different. Maybe you're a little closer to douchebag naturally. Pull it back a little bit and just be confident. Just know that you have worth, and that if whatever lady that you're interested in isn't necessarily interested in you, that it's not a commentary on you as a human being. Everyone just has their own personal preferences, and maybe she'll, maybe she won't want you, but another fine young lady around the corner will. So just be confident, put yourself out there, and you'll be fine.
Or, be yourself and don't worry about it, and don't act any certain way to get somebody. Just wait for somebody to want you the way you are.
But that's what I'm saying. Be a confident version of yourself. Don't, you're telling people they shouldn't be confident? in who they are.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be confident, but it sounds like you're saying, you're saying pull back a little and act like whatever. Just be you. That's all that matters.
Well, douchebags should be a little bit less
No,
douchebags.
you know what? Douchebags should continue to be douchebags so that we know, so we don't get into bad situations.
But I don't mean like just change to get a girl. I mean just change your attitude completely.
Well, okay, yeah, that I'll give you.
The
So,
only thing you'll give me.
okay, so Kelly gets this video of Brandon made.
Yeah.
And they want to have a viewing party, which Brenda says she cannot do because she is house sitting. She
not
has to
coming.
feed. She is being really, really douchey herself. She has to feed this girl's fish who's gone out of town. She's house sitting for her. And, when you're out on your own, you'll know what real responsibility is like.
Oh, yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brenda, but no.
You're not on your own, Brenda.
Right. House sitting is not the same. You're playing.
Correct.
Playing at having your own place.
You're playing house.
And so while she is there at this house, while she was at school, when she comes home, all the furniture's gone. She thinks the place is being robbed.
So did I.
Yeah, everybody.
I was like, she didn't jiggle that fucking key enough.
Yeah, because the waitress said that. So, and there's a guy still in there, so it's a scary moment. But apparently it's being repossessed. All her furniture is being repossessed.
He's like, we don't need permission to repossess this stuff, lady. Let me give you a little more exposition. She ain't made her payments.
And so when the place is like empty, then the comedian dude shows up, Jake, whatever.
Where did she get that mattress from? Because they take the bed frame, but they leave the mattress. Maybe they don't. Maybe even if she got the mattress on credit or however she got it, that they're repossessing it. Maybe they won't take the mattress back. 'Cause who wants to sleep on a mattress?
Used
that somebody
mattress,
else?
yeah. So, yeah, he shows up with a can of Franco spaghetti.
How did he know that she would need food?
Well, he has house sat for this woman before.
Oh.
So, and in the beginning, Brenda was eating her food, remember? So there was some food.
It was still the only, like, Brenda took like 2 bites of some cupcake or something like that. And at the end of, like, near the end of the episode, it's still the only thing in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And she's only taken 2 bites out of it. What's she eating?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's only eating at school. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But he shows up with some food. And, he's like kind of flirting with her. And did he light a joint or a cigarette?
It was a cigarette.
Okay. And he's like, let's, imagine a beautiful romantic dinner. So I think maybe something might have happened there because she seemed kind of open to it.
I think I had that thought at first too. And then I thought like it was going to turn really dark and she was like going to like, not get sexually assaulted, but he was going to get like rapey with her.
Oh.
But then it didn't, obviously it didn't go that way. But I thought that might be what was going to happen. It's like another lesson for Brenda. This is what it's like on your own kind of thing. But
God, I hope not.
well, it didn't happen. So
But I mean, like, what a lesson. That's what it's like on your own. You get raped. I mean, what?
well, I'm not saying every woman gets raped, but I'm just saying that's something they do in a TV show.
So there's a knock on the door.
Uh-huh.
And it is Brandon.
Yeah, and Kelly.
And Kelly. And David Silver. And Steve. And a bunch of other people from school.
Steve is the biggest douchebag in this entire
Always.
episode, too. He's like, first he says something like, hey, you know how the last guy that won president, he took a different girl out every day of the week so he could nail down their vote. And it's like I said, that's 7 votes.
Right. That's not
Yeah,
that
that's
helpful.
not going to do it.
But, yeah, apparently, like, wherever they were going to have this viewing party didn't work out. And I want to know why they even had the address of where Brenda is, first of all.
Brenda? You completely renamed her Brenda.
Brenda. So how do they even have
You're never
going to
live that down now. The next letter we get's going to be from, hey, where's Brenda?
So they just take over this apartment that they're not even invited into. And while they're there, they lose the gas and the electricity.
It's a comedy of errors. It's like a Marx Brothers movie or something like that. Oh, there's no food in here. Well, let's have some water. Oh, no water. Let's plug this TV in. Oh, we lost the electricity.
Yeah. is bad.
Every utility company was like, hey, let's coordinate this for maximum effect, guys.
So yeah, she loses all her furniture and all of her utilities at the same time. Oh, the phone gets shut off. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, her Lego phone was disconnected. What the fuck was that?
It was cool. I
Looked
liked
like
it.
a spaceship from 1983.
So Brenda is learning the hard lessons of being on her own and realizing that the waitress was not doing as well as she thought.
Right.
And then it's time for the debate.
Mm-hmm.
So
Great debate.
Brandon starts actually talking to the guy he's running against.
I think his name was Mike Miller or something like that.
Yeah, it was Mike something.
Mike Miller, yeah. And he was Crater Face Nelson on an episode of not Beverly Hills, not too long, on an episode of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Yeah, he did look familiar, so that's cool.
That was the episode where Screech accidentally creates an acne cream.
And of course you know that because you were obsessed with Saved by the Bell.
But the unintended consequence is that it turns your face maroon. Any place you put it, only temporarily, for about a day. Unfortunately, Kelly has a pimple, so she uses it because it really does completely take away acne, like a miracle drug, right? But she put it everywhere on her face just in case, and her entire face was maroon right before the homecoming queen pageant. What is she gonna do? Luckily, one of Bayside's colors is maroon, and she showed so much school spirit that she won instead. And plus, she's Kelly Kapowski. It's not like she wasn't gonna win. But what I want to know is they treat that like it's a fucking worthless piece of shit because it turns your face maroon for like 2 days. It gets completely rid of acne without a trace. People would line up to get that.
Yeah.
I'll have my face be maroon for 2 days and then go away with no ill effects.
That's a weekend. That's no big deal.
Oh my God.
So he's talking to this guy.
Yeah.
And it turns out that this guy has run before and lost and has all this experience. He's like worked on real campaigns and, is super qualified.
He's interested in politics.
Yeah.
He's in the honor society. Dude is putting in the work.
So Brandon realizes that he shouldn't win.
Correct.
And decides to throw the debate. So the guy, like you said, his first thing he says that he wants to do is bring in the bands for lunch. And the opponent's first question is, how are you going to do that?
Yeah, first of all, they don't treat this like an actual debate. They just say to Brandon, what's your first order of business going to be? And then the guy responds. That's not how a debate works. But you can see why he lost, because in the most timid way in the world, he's like, do you know what kind of permits you need to do that? And the kind of little red tape. I tried to do this for the school dances, and it's very difficult to it's like he's not speaking strongly in any.
Right.
He might have all the ideas, but he needs self-confidence.
He needs charisma.
He needs an injection of self-confidence.
So Brandon decides to say, you know what? I don't know what I need to do this, but you do. So, you're more qualified and I'm giving you my support.
And I'm dropping out.
So now this guy is going to be school president, and Brandon wasted all those people's time, money, and energy.
Yep. Good job, Brandon. And it's like, it reminds me of Darth Vader. Darth Vader's arc in the Star Wars movies. Okay?
How so?
Well, so Darth Vader, by the way, I've heard rumors. I'm not gonna get into it. I've heard some rumors. So.
Okay.
But Darth Vader is like the worst person in the entire world. The worst person in the galaxy. He murders a bunch of people. He chokes people to death with his mind. He's a complete asshole. He tries to kill everyone. And at the very last second of his life, he's like, "Oh, I'll do something good now. I'm a good person now. Oh, can I go to Jedi heaven?"
Right?
And it's like, "Yep, you get to go to Jedi heaven. You earned it for that one thing that you did after all the horrible stuff you did." Obi-Wan and Yoda lived fucking perfect lives for their entire lives to get to Jedi heaven, and what's his name? Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader just gets to do one thing and be good. That's what this episode was from Brandon. Brandon was a complete asshole to Brenda, to all his friends, to Andrea, to basically everybody. At the very last second, he did the right thing, and it's like, oh, we all forgive you. You're a good person.
Right. Yeah, and
it's annoying. He has an apology to her to go on that we didn't see.
Yeah, and Kelly.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
Just interrupt you one more time.
Sure.
Can I just say
knock yourself out?
Can I just say real quick that I had no idea.
No.
I had no idea.
Hey, by the way.
Yeah.
You're rude.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
I had no idea when we started this because I'd never seen an episode of Beverly Hills 90210 before. You liked the show.
Yeah.
I had no idea when I started this how invested I would get in this stupid show. But I'm super invested in the show now.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So Kelly was flirting so much with Brandon during this whole time, right? Like they're almost about to kiss.
Oh yeah.
Just throwing that out there, and he's like, I don't think Brenda would like this or something. Didn't somebody said something like that?
Brenda would like what?
Like them being together.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember that part. I'm gonna say yes though. I'll go with you.
I think so. But it just seemed like they might be hooking up, and then at the end, she ends up on the date with David Silver.
Yeah, that's I guess that's interesting and maybe somewhat honorable of her because he dropped out like. If there was ever a time to welch on a promise, it would have been then, I guess. But she did go through with it.
She did. And they did it by going to the
Fallout.
Yeah, that's the name of that club.
The coffee shop. And
they, get to hear Brenda do her thing, her stand-up thing. Mm-hmm. That's not really like stand-up at all because it's not funny, even though people laughed. It's
weird. It's basically so what she did is what we did just now, basically.
Yeah.
Without the humor, because we're funny. But she summarized her plot arc in the episode of this show. And she threw in a couple things like, hey, I wanted to be on my own and everything, but where do I shop? Mom's.
Right.
Hey, you can't beat the price. And it's like, you're not funny. And like she tried to do this stand-up thing in the other episode too. You're not funny, Brenda.
She is not.
Shannon Doherty also, you're not funny. I'm sorry. You're a good actress, probably. You could be in a lot of serious movies or whatever. You do not belong in a comedy.
Correct. So, yeah, and then it ends with her going home with her family.
Yep. And that's where we end.
So I think they both learned something.
Yep. Brandon learned not to be a dick, but if you do, at the end, everyone's going to forgive you anyway. As long as you have a last-second change of heart.
And Brenda learned to take her time.
Yep. And to experience high school and whatever.
Yeah.
And that life's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, she's not looking forward to being an adult as much as she thought she was.
Would you want to live on your own right now?
Yeah.
Well, we're closer to that time period, but yeah, Brenda's not.
Wouldn't you?
If it was with you, sure.
Aw.
But, I know we're not going to get married because...
oh my God, let it go.
You said that. Oh. You say that to me so often, I'm going to make a song out of that phrase.
Okay.
Let it go.
Go for it.
Yeah. Let it go.
Yeah.
Don't hold me back.
The demo tape.
Don't hold me back.
And on that note, have a good night, everybody. And yeah.
We'll see you next time. Why don't you listen to the more shows, listen to tapes.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
And give us the stars and all that stuff.
Stars in the sky. All right, we're done. Bye.
Bye.